Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to 48 Now. I'm digital host AJ Wiest, and Krampus is coming to Huntsville once again. And today, of course, I am joined with Mark Stahl. He is the owner of the Das Stahl Beer House. And Mark, thank you for coming in today. Talk about the Krampus 5K.
Yeah, no problem. So I guess more than 4 years ago, I got the harebrained idea to do a fun run for South Huntsville in the theme of, old world. So I guess Das Stahl Beer House, taking a step back real quick, we're sort of a German-inspired tap room and bar, both on-site and off-site consumption for mostly craft beer is our focus, and we also have a coffee house of sister brand for AM hours. So we wanted to create an event that sort of merges that German influence with Huntsville's history of being German background and create something fun. And so the Krampus Fun Run, the idea being that a Krampus is a thing where traditionally people would dress up as Krampuses and Krampi, I don't know if that's actually a pluralization, and stomp around their neighborhood at night to sort of have a festival, a parade. And the idea of taking that, more of a parade style event and turning it into a run where you're participating and being, chased or participating with Krampus sort of was the impetus of that idea.
It's such a creative idea. Like, I don't know about you, but sometimes I need some motivation if I want to do any kind of physical exercise. And what better way to motivate people than have Krampus chasing you?
Yeah.
But I hear that Krampus is friendlier nowadays.
Yeah, so Krampus, he's gotten a resurgence in recent years, and he's often portrayed as a scary or frightening figure. Mm-hmm. His role in history is more akin to like an elf, where elves are helping Saint Nick. In this regard, Krampus is there to punish the naughty children, and so depending on what culture you go to in Europe, people might dress up as Krampuses and go door to door and interact with the naughty children as sort of like instead of Santa Claus coming to your door to say hi, he might come by and frighten your kids into behaving that year. Or it's sort of like a wives' tale where, if you misbehave, Krampus is going to get you, that sort of thing. So it's a fun thing that's just used in cultures in different ways.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned the Germany roots. Did Krampus begin in Germany?
Tangential to Germany, but that generic area. If you go back and read different sources, you're going to get different iterations of Krampus in different places. It's sort of like Santa Claus is more of an American thing, where Saint Nick might be a more European thing, and so it just depends on what iteration of a figure you're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw it online. I'm like, this is the awesomest event of the year. I really do think so. And I believe I'll be participating in it tomorrow, so nice. Super excited about it. But take me through it, like the route, the run, the recovery. What all do we need to know?
Yeah, so it is a fun run. So we have people of all ages. I believe our youngest is 4 years old, and our oldest this year so far is 67. We do have award bells, I guess. So a normal race, if you run races before, a normal race has some sort of thing you take home with you. We, in an attempt to just do something different, have something fun, we have little solid brass sleigh bells that we hand out as far as the finishers. And then in the age category, you get a bigger bell for first and second, and then there's an even bigger brass bell for first overall male and female. So I think we have about 24 finisher medals all together for the fastest, but then everybody gets a little something to take home. Runners are encouraged to wear past bells if they've run before, so you get the auditory experience of that as well, hearing all those bells of running. As far as like day of, if you don't register ahead of time, you can show up day of around 11 to 11:45. We're going to have registration day of. Race starts at 12, which is actually later than a normal race. Again, this is more of a run for everybody. It's meant to be easier to participate in. Don't have to get up as early. It's not going to be as cold. So we're at 12 start. The fastest runners are coming in 20 minutes. The slowest runners are about an hour. And then at 1, after the last runner comes through, we do a little award ceremony with Krampus handing out the bells, and that's pretty much it. We wrap it up. Some people go back over to Dostal Beer House and eat some pretzels, hang out, drink a beer. Or we also have some after race snacks as well. So you don't have to go anywhere. You can stay right there and eat a little something.
It is so cool, such a cool event. But talk about the past events that you guys have put on. What have been some of your favorite memories at the Krampus 5K?
Let's hear. I think the first year it was warm, but it rained, and so it's a mixed thing that we didn't want it to rain. This year the weather's looking great. It's gonna be 50s and dry, and that's great running weather.
Thankfully.
Yes. Yeah. Some years it's been unseasonably warm. 70s. So it's really, you just never know what you're gonna get this year. The fun thing from a runner perspective is HPD actually closes down Haysland Road. So this is in South Huntsville. We're using the Hayes Clubhouse, so the community has a clubhouse that they graciously are allowing us to use so that we can have indoor facilities and electricity and bathrooms for the runners to sort of mingle at before the race. So Huntsville PD closes down the Hayes Road that runs from Grissom down to the Redstone Gate for the Arsenal, and the runners get to actually run down the road and then work their way back up through the Greenway. And so you get a bit of flat, wide open road running, and then the trail back through the Greenway is a little more windy, but it's all paved, it's all relatively flat. So this is a very, very family-friendly run.
Mm-hmm. And I understand it goes through some woods.
Yeah, yep. So the Hayes Greenway right there through that community, it's got lakes, it's got woods. There are sections of field, and so Krampus is going to loiter in that area, and so the runners get to run by him, and then he gets to work his way back towards the finish line. He starts on the course, and so the idea is that if you're a first-time runner, you don't know where or what Krampus looks like. If you've been there multiple times, then you have a little more heads up, and then Krampus will be there after the race to take pictures and hang out for people who want to terrorize their children. We had somebody show up and say, I don't want to run the race, but I just want to get to meet Krampus. And we're like, fine, whatever. This is family fun.
Exactly. Ooh. Sounds spooky. I'm definitely a little bit nervous about it, that's for sure. But talk about where to park for the event. I know it's on Haysland Road, and other need-to-know details. Yeah,
so because we're at the Hayes Clubhouse, there's limited parking there for a race of 150 people, which is sort of what we're targeting this year. So you got to sort of use your best judgment to figure out what if you're can't walk as far, although I guess you're running a race. So, but those support people. So, if you have somebody that needs closer parking, you can park in that Haysland area. We're asking people to sort of leave those limited spaces available for people that need them. Right. They're going to kind of be trapped there for the duration of the run, given HPD's closing down the road around that facility. So, you got to acknowledge you're stuck there. But there's parking across the street. There's parking up the street. We have official permission to use the Freedom Real Estate building that's being developed in the new Hayes Park there. There are other lots available that can be easily found. You just got to look for them.
Well, very cool. And would you like to shout out any other events that are coming up?
Yeah, so this event's being put on in partnership between Dostal Beer House and Coffee House and the South Huntsville Maine Business Association. So this is technically a South Huntsville Business Association event, so proceeds go to them, which goes to redevelop the South Huntsville businesses and create more events like this. And the blues and the bluegrass event, which happened earlier this year, but talking about events that are coming up. So Ditto Landing right now has a Christmas event going on the river, so you can walk the trail by the river. It's all illuminated at night. There's a whole bunch of little Christmas cards there, and I plan on taking my 2-year-old daughter to the train display. So they've taken over a little building and set up an entire room of villages and trains, and so that's a fun little treat for either enthusiasts or people with young kids.
Well, super awesome. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. I'm definitely looking forward to running it tomorrow. as far as like signing up, can you? What time should we show up to sign up? And
Yeah, so you can sign up online right now at shopdsb.com/Krampusrun. That'll take you to our online portal. If you are totally running tomorrow, go ahead and do that today because prices are going to go up tomorrow for day of registration. So day of registration, you can just show up and you'll scan a little QR code on a table, do all the checkout on your phone. So if you don't have your credit card information already on you, there's no cash option. So make sure to have that payment available to you, and then you'll just get your bib right then and there and join the party.
Awesome, perfect. Well, I'm nervous. I'm gonna have to make sure I hydrate before because if I want to outrun Krampus, I can't be having cramps.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Well, thank you so much, Mark. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.